When we drift off to sleep, our minds can craft visually stunning and wildly entertaining dreams, often leaving us wondering what our subconscious is really trying to tell us. In this dream, I find myself face to face with this spiteful ex-president. Join me as I try to make sense of this strange encounter. Somehow, I wind up on the White House lawn, and I find it a little odd that there's no one around. No angry Secret Service agents demanding to know why I'm there. No wide-eyed tourists snapping thousands of photos. Nobody. It's dead silent. I wander around for a short time looking for any sign of life, and I eventually spot Theodore Roosevelt, who's visibly angry and armed with a rifle. He storms up to me and instantly points the rifle at me. I throw my hands up to show I mean no harm. After a tense standoff that feels like ages, he shouts in my face, "I shot that SOB." At this point, I'm confused and have no idea what's going on or who he has supposedly shot. So I ask who? Who'd you shoot? To which he coldly replies, "The president." Horrified and unable to fully grasp the gravity of the situation, I ask why? Why would you shoot him? To which he replies, "Because he took my job." To give this dream a little more historical context, the election of 1912 was contested by three men: Roosevelt, Taft pictured left, and Wilson pictured right. On election day, Roosevelt's involvement would prove detrimental to Taft's re-election efforts. Roosevelt and Taft were both unable to consolidate enough votes. As a result, Woodrow Wilson was elected the 28th President of the United States. In this version of American history, Roosevelt didn't take too kindly to losing the election. In fact, he hated it. So, he went back to the drawing board. Unable to concede defeat, he seethed with anger at the thought of not having a third term. Ultimately, Roosevelt came up with the idea to assassinate President-elect Wilson as a solution to his re-election failure. And he did just that, becoming the first president in the history of the United States to assassinate a political rival. And I just happened to show up moments after he followed through with his assassination plot. I'd say that there would never be a more turbulent time in American history, but we all know that wouldn't be true. So, what does this all mean? Initially, when I first had the dream, I thought it was pretty straightforward. I thought my mind was attempting to contextualize a moment in American history, albeit in a comedic way, and I truly held on to that interpretation for some time. Recently, however, I attempted to dig a little deeper and find a more personal message that my mind was trying to get across to me that would be helpful in my everyday life. I did some research, and I found a very insightful article that deals with Jungian dream interpretation that I used as a way to help me encode this dream to make sense of the situation. The first step to dream interpretation is to make associations with the symbols in the dream. Everything you visualize in the dream is a symbol. The symbols that appear in this dream are the White House, Roosevelt, and the assassination. To me, the White House is a symbol of power and status, while Roosevelt could be a symbol of determination, hard work, and jealousy. The act of the assassination can be seen as a desire to take shortcuts to achieve a goal. The second step to dream interpretation is to connect the dream to your inner self. This helps you gain some context on the things that are going on in your life. To me, success can be viewed as a form of power, and with that power brings recognition from your peers. It helps you to cement your status in society. Unlike Roosevelt, sometimes I lack determination and hard work to make my goals a reality. As a result, I find myself watching others achieve wonderful things all the while resenting their success. I know success is attainable, but I found myself wanting instant gratification, essentially wanting things to fall right into place without minimal effort. So, I look for shortcuts, ways to speed up the journey. The third step to dream interpretation is to find the correct interpretation. There are many ways to analyze a dream, but only one truly sums up what your subconscious is trying to tell you. I don't necessarily want to be president, but I do think the White House could represent a far-off goal that I want to achieve, that I long for. The goal itself can be achieved, but only through a combination of hard work and determination. I'm literally on the White House lawn, which means that I think I can do it, but more often than not, I am my own worst enemy. While working towards whatever goal I have for myself, I shouldn't compare myself to others or loathe their success, because that only stunts my own ambition. So what about the assassination? It may just mean that there are no shortcuts whatsoever in order to be successful. One has to embrace the arduous journey while on the road to success. I think the fact that I don't see Roosevelt carry out the act lends more credence to that thought. I shouldn't entertain short-sighted solutions because in the long run, they won't be of much help. And lastly, the fourth step is to do a ritual of some sort to make the dream more concrete, essentially acknowledging what your subconscious is trying to tell you and in time becoming more self-connected. Which is what this channel is about. This is my way of acknowledging and making sense of what my subconscious is trying to tell me and apply it to my everyday life. My ritual is sharing my thoughts with you. Well, there you have it. Now that I got that off my brain, tell me what's on yours. I would love to hear about what strange dreams you have and what you think they may mean. If you like what you see, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.